Is Daniel Dubois overly confident against Anthony Joshua going into this fight? Um, I've seen him in the last couple of fights. He wasn't really overly confident. He had the same demeanor. He had a lot of confidence in himself. A lot of people were saying he's quitting. I don't like the comments I just heard recently. Eddie Hearn was saying that he quit. That's just extra motivation. I feel like sometimes he put certain things on Anthony Joshua's back to where he got to go out there and prove something that he really shouldn't have been doing in the first place. And, it's very sad, man, to be honest with you. Because Joshua's not really doing the trash talking right now. And I like how Daniel Dubois' attitude is so far. Give him nothing. Expect nothing from these guys. Give them nothing, expect nothing. So don't give them no respect because you don't expect no respect back. But at the same time, Joshua and Dubois, to be honest with you, this is a fight I didn't want to pick between these two guys, but I'm going to roll with Joshua in this one. But I'm really a huge Daniel Dubois advocate. I feel like he's great for the sport. I feel like a lot of people have been raining on his parade the last couple of years. Daniel Dubois is an example of how boxing fans could kind of almost destroy a fighter. Let's just say Daniel Dubois would have lost to Jarrell Big Baby Miller, and which was a possibility, and let's just say he lost to Hergovich. People would be done with him right now. And this is a guy who was testing himself at 22, 23, 24, fought Usyk at 25. Dude fought Usyk at 25 years old. You know what I'm saying? So for him to be getting criticized out here, that's what I'm saying. Like, I've stayed away from criticizing like the young fighters like that. If they're like super young and they're trying to jump in the fire, that's why I'm not really jumping on the Jared Anderson bandwagon, because Jared Anderson is 23 and we have guys who's 35 who should be fighting Bukoli. And that's just the truth. And anybody who disagrees with that, history is going to prove that. Man, history is going to prove. But these older guys, they're not fighting the same type of fights that Daniel Dubois has. Look at Daniel Dubois' resume. We can just stop at his resume at 25 years old and compare it to other heavyweights. He's getting a lot of fights. He's getting a lot of activity. Either he's asking for it or he's being forced. And you can't really force these guys to do anything. So to have him in the action, thankfully he won his last two fights, because now people are saying, oh, he's 26. He's probably 27 now, but they're saying, oh, he's 26 years old and he beat Hergovich. And yeah, but before that, though, he was 25, taking Usyk to great lengths in the fight and got no credit for it. So at the end of the day, I don't really know what the expectations are. But for him to rattle Anthony Joshua's cage right now, it's the wrong mistake to do. That's the wrong thing to do. It really is. I've seen mostly when you make Anthony Joshua comfortable and you kind of tread and slow softly, as far as like how I would have did the same thing Ruiz did in that first fight against Joshua. I'm just thankful. I'm just happy to be here, Joshua. Thank you, man. I appreciate it, man. Everything, giving me the opportunity to fight you. I appreciate it. And I would have went out there and tried to watch him. But Dubois, he kind of stirring up the hornet's nest. I don't know if that's a good sign, brother. I just don't. When Anthony Joshua usually gets motivated by stuff like this, because he's not the same Anthony Joshua that he was 3 or 4 years ago, especially outside the ring. He's not the same type of guy. I feel like his shell has gotten hardened, and he's not the same type of guy. He's not gonna let this banter or anything like that faze him. But I definitely like that Daniel Dubois confident in himself. I wouldn't want his confidence to go away, because that's what he's been fighting off of since the beginning of his career. Win or lose. He's always believed in himself. So anybody else, they cannot believe in him, but he believes in himself. But this is going to be a very interesting match, man. People really got to pay attention to this. That's all I got. Like and subscribe.